Super Mario 64. Or, really, B3313. This is hopefully going to be my final and ideally complete commentated playthrough of this. And before we start off our little file, something cool to note. Copy a file, it's normal. If we erase a file just erase, and if we do anything with a non-existent file, turn it off. Yeah. Now, let's start our playthrough in slot C. Welcome to Mario Wonderland. If you're the adventurous sort, pay a visit to the castle ahead. Yeah, we're not going to be doing much out here. There's a lot to find in the castle grounds, but we're going to save most of it for episode 2. And I'm going to be covering this in more of a Let's Play fashion. We're not going to be doing a complete, total, comprehensive documentation of each area, because that's what we're doing with a no commentary playthrough. Instead, we'll just be doing stuff as we unlock it. So, if we can't do something, we will wait until we are able to do it. Now, before we do enter the castle, something I need to show off is moveset. It's at first, pretty standard. But then, when you mess with it some, you realize the triple jump is replaced with that spin jump, which is a huge improvement. However, completely unable to long jump, can't backflip either. Hell, you can't even really crawl. That's just completely gone. Like, most moves you would want to do are gone, and we can side flip, but look at that height. It's barely even, higher than the normal jump. And the double jump dwarfs it. So, we're not going to be using that for a while. Now we're entering the castle through the left door specifically. This castle is exclusive to the show. It's connected to a variety of worlds, so open the doors ahead and get adventure. Here we are. So if you couldn't guess, a lot of this so far has been based off of real beta stuff of Mario 64. Mostly the Space World 95 demo, I think sometimes called the show Shinkai. If I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm butchering that, I will be at the very least butchering it for the entirety of this first episode. I'm so sorry. But, yeah. Although I will say, this room specifically is taken from a recreation of the Shinkai demo from the Preservation Project. Everything else is more based directly off footage we have, but this one is more a homage to the Preservation Project specifically. So, with a bunch of doors, let's go in here first. Because out here we do have a little courtyard. But there isn't really much for us to do in here. I mostly just want to show that off. We'll come back later. Probably much later. So, for now, we're gonna want to go in this one door. If you've always dreamed of flying, you should try the cannon on your left. Climbing trees is actively encouraged, so try finding a winged ally. Well, we can find one right here, but I don't know if we need his help right now. Anyway, this is Mountain B-roll. There's 3 stars here, and they're all not too hard to find. Piranha plants only give you a single coin for defeating them. Maybe I should not have gone the out if I wasn't going to use it. I've never gotten it out and then proceeded to not use it. So obviously, well, I guess you could get it from the name, but obviously this is based off the B-roll footage of Mario 64. I can show some of that after a little bit. I think I want to complete the main 4 stages first, because we are doing all in this. It's okay. It's okay. Be calm. That's the beauty of a commentated playthrough. I can mess up like that, and I don't have to restart. I don't know about those random lag spikes are happening though. But yeah, my first one is right up here. Sure, I will save. Alright, let's actually get our guy this time. This is really quick to get to the tower because it basically goes right above it. But we fly around for a little bit. You see there's this thing a little off from, the main tower. I like just kind of flying around a little bit to get the height and increase, and then, it makes it a lot easier to align, so that doesn't happen. Luckily, there is another way to get to it. It's pretty at the same level as a tower, and really all you gotta do is just get like a well-timed triple jump, and then you're right in it. Now, I said there's 3 stars, but one of them is a little bit hard to find. You have to have like good knowledge of Mario 64 to find it. And we haven't really gone through this section yet. Not that this is actually related, I just haven't shown it off. It's like one more quick shortcut to the top if you really need it. Like we really need another one. The cannon. Available from the start. Then all you have to do is line up with this. Here we go. Now, if you pay attention to this tower, you might notice the texture works a little... Actually, you know what? The texture works pretty on parking. Might as well. Just... dim. But anyway, in normal Mario 64, this is where 1-up would be. However, in here... star. And that's that for that one. Let's go to door 2, which is Fire Bubble B-roll. Interesting thing for the first place, but I mean, left to right, it's up to you. Make good use of the C buttons and move quickly but cautiously. I mean, this is how the demo is actually lined out, so like, having a stage from later in the game doesn't really hurt. But yeah, fire bubble, B-roll. There's 2 stars here, and that could have killed me if the collision wasn't any better. That was risky. There's no reason to do that anyway. Alright, let's just go. So yeah, after seeing that enough, you may notice now that I have like, regenerative healing, I guess. I'm gonna say it's very useful, but don't get used to it. Now our other star is gonna be in the opposite direction. Kind of. I'm gonna ignore that volcano for now. No big bullet loss, which I mean, fine by me. And that's that. So now we can move on to door 3. We can move on to door 3. Snow Slider B-roll. If you want to feel the wind at your back, try jumping low on the left. The sensation can be beat. Did I read the fire bubble dialogue? I hope I did. It's pretty simple. This slide will do this to you, so if you start slowing down, you might want to jump. I'm gonna head to the left here. Oh. Alright, not bad. The far right of the mountain. Bottom, I guess. There are 2 stars here, if I did not mention that already. And there's 1. But before we do... That's not my bird, baby. Its parents must be worried sick. Oh, what about this one? Yeah, I guess it only makes sense that the baby at the top is the one they're after. Really weird loading parameters on that. And then the right side doesn't go on as well. So, you know, if you just want to get through this as fast as possible and you end up where I did, head on the other end. But yeah, let's grab our star. Now, I have a very simple trick for getting this baby to the penguin as fast as possible. And it does not include missing so much. what you want to do. Pretty simple. Careful of the thing randomly appearing here. Like that. It'll make you drop a baby. My burr baby, haven't I told you not to go sliding off alone? Thank you. Here's a token of gratitude. Its power will warm you. I like being warm. What if its power warmed me? That would be cool. You'd love me if I were. I don't think you would. I don't believe you. Now, I did say that there are only about 2 stars in there, but we are gonna go in again because remember, talk about slide, and we haven't gone in the slide. This is monkey slide. Basically the slide that's part of tall mountain, but you know, it's here now. Now, there's a splitting point here. We're gonna go the straightforward path, but the going right is easier. I promise you, like, even if that first turn is a little difficult, getting to the bottom from there is easier. At least it is for me. I don't know. I have to lock in on this one, but I don't otherwise. Of course, we'll show the other path. Yeah, it's a lot shorter and like doesn't really have many tight turns like that first one. And going in here takes us back to Snow Slider, except the stars back. Not to mention, this is where we came out of. But it's different. I wasn't there before. Well, we might as well grab this star. And now, we're gonna leave. Then, we're gonna come back in through the right door. It may not look any different, but this is Beta Lobby E. And YE. It's gonna be a long time until I can get into that. But if we go in here now, I will say the whole will still take you to Monkey Slide, but this is Snow Slider Shoshinkai. When we head over here, yep, that's the hole. Star's still gone because I took it, but I give this to the penguin. Same dialogue, except our star. There's one very easy tell on figuring out which level you're in. If you're in Beta Lobby A or Beta Lobby E, and it extends to the levels as well. If you look at the HUD, you'll see that I have 1 life and 9 stars. But if I go out and go back into Lobby A, I have 09 stars and 01 lives. This is consistent. Consistent between the lobbies, at least. And we're not talking about that. We'll talk about that next episode. But fast travel. I didn't mention fast travel yet. If you pause and press A, it'll fast travel. And I'm going to save you a lot of confusion now. It has a random chance of taking you either to Beta Lobby A, seen by the HUD, or Beta Lobby E. And when we progress a bit into the game, it'll have a chance of sending you to even more. But we're not going to worry about that right now. So, if Snow Slider is different in Beta Lobby E, what about the other levels? Wouldn't hurt to go back in here. Yep, already the design's pretty different. It is meant to fuck with you as much as possible. And you know, I'm sitting here explaining it all bit by bit, so you know, it's not as confusing as it is gonna be for most new people. But still, it is specifically engineered to confuse you as much as it possibly can. This way has a lot more things here. Yeah, or it's Fire Bubble Shushinkai, which I might not have said. Now, finally, I'm gonna go with Mountain Shushinkai. Yeah, Beta Lobby A has the B-roll levels, Beta Lobby E has the Shushinkai levels, and immediately this whole strip of land is here when it wasn't before. Not that there's anything in it, but it's there. We can go over here, but you know, this strip of land that's in the final version is not magically present, sadly. This whole section is like differently paved as well. I would not recommend jumping on top of that. On that last little thing that pokes out. The amount of times I've tried to just jump on top of it and wait for it to go in and end up sliding off the mountain. Happened a lot. Yeah, I might as well show you. I didn't show the ground pound actually. The ground pound is instant. There's no like little cartoonish animation like in the main thing. It's just immediate. I mean, there's the animations there, but happens on the way down. Kind of really funny. And that never changes. It's gonna be like that for the whole game. Maybe I should have restarted my computer before I started recording, but it's just an occasional 0.5 second lag spike. It's nothing. Ideally, it won't mess up the recording. Yeah, die. No! No! Okay, he's dead. Yeah, all the stars are pretty much the same as in these levels. Like, there's only one change that I can, like, point out. And it's in the one level we haven't done yet. But first... Oh, your streak of flying. Why did I forget? I think, you know what? I can show a cool little trick. It's a little hard to do with the backflip being so low right now. But, about here, if we were to do this, that can happen. Don't let that happen. Just sit over there. Hear that? Now, we're actually gonna go for the Shoshinskai version of the next level first. But not because, you know, we're staying in Beta Lobby E, because, you know, I went back to A for a reason. But because this painting to Waterland is inverted between them. While normally Beta Lobby A has B-roll and Beta Lobby E has Shoshinkai, Beta Lobby A will take you to Waterland Shoshinkai, and Beta Lobby E will take you to B-roll. Also this! Fun fact, this is like this because in all the footage we have of this level, we know that a text box does show up when you enter the level, but nowhere in any of the footage do we actually see the text. So, they just made it blank here. Accurate. I've never had that happen. Yeah, not much on the surface. There usually isn't in water levels like this. Obviously, dry docks type stuff. But, no, not dire docks. Yeah. Here, we have some chests. There's 2 stars in this, by the way. Forgot to mention that. Not that I need to that much, because, you know, we're getting the stars all on camera. It's just good to mention it. You can probably guess where the other one is. I say I've never started a level getting hit by that fish, and then it almost happens again. Honestly, swimming in this game does feel pretty good. I know there's always like a big distaste for water levels, but like I enjoy these because it's just really fun swimming like this. It's just really intuitive, and that's more on Mario 64's part than B33. But also B33 does change the moveset a good bit, as you can tell. And submarine. Doesn't have. Oh, it does have a knowledge branding. It is. I thought it was down for some reason. I'm gonna look up here for no particular reason. And get our start. Yeah! Okay, that's cool. So, why don't we go get our B-roll stars now. Alright. I kind of remember the layout, but I think it's this one first? I think it might not be, but yeah, it's not. Right, that means it is this one then. I'm gonna show, what getting shocked looks like though, even though it doesn't matter and it will happen again. But it's so good to establish that the stakes are the exact same as in original Mario 64. I did that on my no commentated playthrough, so it never hurts. Yay! And this star gets put up there. I find it interesting that the Shushinkai chests don't give air bubbles, but the B-roll ones do. Now, if you remember what I said about the star count, that's about to get explained. Because once we go through here, we'll immediately see this is new. This is not. Well, this is a star. Come on. Yeah! But the other star is still present, so we should go get that one. I really love the vibe of this level. But yeah, our final star. Hey, we'll come back for you a bit later though. Congratulations! that's all the stars in these levels. But there's one more thing to show. The big one. Although first, I want to establish something. Oh, hey, nighttime. I mean, we came out here and it was nighttime once before. Actually, I kind of don't want it to be... Well, actually, no, it don't matter. I'm not focusing on this area until later. I'll be talking about how nighttime works in the next upload, but I won't say it's the next part of the series for reasons I'll get into it. Yeah. If you try to enter anywhere other than the front doors in these castle grounds, it won't work. It just says that strange forces keeping the doors shut. Now, it doesn't matter which one you're in, actually. A or E, I mean. Both of them will take you to the same one here. Oh yeah, that sound. We can take a quick detour, because that sound is actually from a weird beta version of the game. This seen in a few reports.
Yes, but crowds are amazed by the, well, amazing Super Mario 64.
And the type of actions you'd expect it to perform. The bit that caught everyone's imagination and...
Yeah. So, it is obviously not one-to-one, but it is meant to be a weird creation. And of course, down here will take us to Bowser in the Dark World Shushinkai. I don't think there's a B-roll version of this actually. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself when it comes up, of course. But yeah. Obviously, if you're not very good at the aiming, the trick is just do little nudges and grab it before it recovers. Then here, drops a bunch of coins and a red star. That's interesting. And we're getting out of there immediately. It's not nighttime. I don't know why it keeps doing that. But now that we've gotten that, I may or may not have something to show. Suddenly, our side flip does not suck shit anymore. Oh, crap. Which is kind of awesome. Basically means we can get like the height of, our double jump, maybe a little better, without needing to do the build-up. Well, I guess you don't need to do the build-up, but still. Momentum helps a lot with that, and side flip inherently comes with momentum. On top of that, we can long jump now, and we can also do whatever the hell that is. I don't really know. And this is not the final change. A good number of things change when you get that first red star. But now, suddenly, that works. Not that we're gonna dwell there. Now, we have a few more things until we're truly done with this. After that, I think we're gonna go into the E lobby. First up is Fire Lobby. This one can actually be done in either lobby. I only went to the E lobby for like what I'm gonna do after after this. But like, this one you can do in like either version of Fire Bubble, it does not matter. We're gonna head to the volcano. We're gonna head right inside. Welcome. This area is full. Oh, shit. Full of unused enemies. Oh my god. Also, you don't want to stomp on any Goombas here, because if you do, it burns. Kind of funny, because these are like the first Goombas we see in the game. At least in this course I'm doing. A lot of people probably won't see them until later. And yeah, you can't attack them. Normally you can attack them, it's just not these ones. Yeah, those things in the lava there are blargs, known from, you know, Super Mario World. But also, they're kind of like the most notorious cut enemies in the game. As for the other one, I'll talk about him in a minute. Mozo. They act pretty similarly to a Chuckya, except when you throw them. Like, they're a lot slower, and a lot slower shit-turning, and they don't die when you throw them. Unless you throw them in lava. Probably not gonna hit lava, but you know, it might even let him know before it reaches any, but you know. That will get rid of it. And our story. Although, you might have noticed a few records. We gotta get them. I did forget to show that I haven't shown that if you just stand on that rotating platform for a little bit, the volcano will start spewing fire, but I mean, that's pretty much identical to what it does in the final game, so like, not a big thing I need to show. I showed it in my commentated ones anyway. I mean, in my no-commentated ones anyway. There's really no good place to show how the motives work in this, except that one platform at the end. And right here is the most missable point in the game. Oh, in the level. That one. Because it's very possible you might just run past it. I'd recommend throwing this guy off because, you know, this is going to be the last coin you get, and cutscene gives a guy a little advantage, but also slow, and not to mention bad turning, so it doesn't matter much. Now, I've seen a lot of people confused about the submarine about how the submarine works, and I've actually seen like a lot of people, you know, chalk up whether the submarine is open or not, like attributing that to RNG. Nope. It is only open in the Lobby E version of the level. The B-roll. So, if you want to go inside the submarine, you want to enter Waterland through Beta Lobby E. And simple and a double jump. Now, there's only one star in here, but we'll be back. That star is a red coin one. Yeah, there's a lot of red coin stars in this game. You want to get used to it. Also, Chucky's here. I think their first appearance in this playthrough. As well as these guys, just, a lot of electronic enemies. Down here is you. Then next up, this is where you're gonna want to go. We climb this at least 3 times, maybe 4. Yeah, very quite independent. Kinda wanna go up here. You can climb this. They don't teach you this in schools. Saving a state here. As far as I can observe, that's the only way you can reach that red coin. There might be some secret alternate way that, can get you it a lot easier. But like, as far as I've observed, that's like the only way I've been able to get it. Now, I say that was the only star, but we have a reason to go back there. This is going to be our final star of the episode, meaning we're starting us off with a whopping 24 stars. And for a lot of people, it can be like a while before they really get like a second star or something. At least that's how it was before 1.0, I guess. So, if we just head past everything first. We see this little red right here. Well, a lot of people might just, pass that off as decoration. Because, There are things like that in games like this that just are kind of there to make you think about it, but don't actually mean anything. Oh my god. The box is actually detrimental to your ability to get over there. I think if it shoots at the right time, you can get that box to destroy. I think to get that full ability to destroy one of the boxes, but it doesn't really get any progress. Now, I recommend jumping like that. Not really much else here. It's all a timing game with this. Not a particularly hard one. And now, I recommend don't double jump the ground with that. I recommend doing this. You just gonna switch. And we head back down. See that. Our gate is open. Bowser in the sub. Bowser in the sub. Awesome. Mario! And if you remember, when we got our other red star, it opened up some new rooms for us. What we have now, backflipping, we can crawl, and we can also do that. We can do our little dance moves. So that's kind of peak. Yeah. I think that's it for our first episode. I don't really know what else to say, but oh yeah, actually there's one more thing. After you get that second red star, it starts activating some difficulty scaling things. Here's an example of that. Sometimes enemies will start appearing where they were never before. It's kind of random from save file to save file what enemies will appear where. Most of the time I get just regular Goombas here, but now it's these guys. But another thing. Ow. We aren't healing regeneratively anymore. Now, when I say difficulty scaling, I mean it in the sense that the game will actually keep track of how you're playing it, and it will adjust how difficult it is, depending on, how you play. You really don't want to get that close to these guys. They just blow up immediately. But yeah, basically means if you're playing really well, like I have through this video, only really died once, then it will like slowly start increasing things and taking away the moves, like the regenerative healing. Well, if you're not good at the game, it might do the opposite. Like if you're really struggling, then it might actually do stuff like give back regenerative healing, and even like some other stuff that... Like, this is just the surface of difficulty scaling. The other stuff we'll bring up as we go through. But for now, I think let's end this video. I'll see y'all next time when we go through the castle grounds. I die now. Goodbye. Oh yeah, I also forgot to point out, this YouTube channel, Super Mario 64 Classified, used to be called Anilog, and even before that, Greenio, although I would not recommend using that name anymore. A lot of the series a lot of B33 gets inspiration from this channel, and, the creator of the channel also did a lot of work on it. So, as your homework, I would recommend that you watch through, at the very least, the main Mario 64 Classified series. The non-canon videos, which were only recently unprivated, I'm very happy about that. I literally only found it out because, I was getting ready to record this and needed to pull this up. These are also really good and are referenced a good amount of times. But it's the main Mario 64 Classified that gets all the references. Especially Season 2. But, yeah. Also on top of that, here's our promotional footage of the B-roll. This is like the full B-roll. Hold on, I think there's actually a video on this channel. Very, very good channel. Very good stuff they're doing. That just like only shows... Yeah, this. This is only the stuff from that video that shows Mario 64. Shit here. Of course, a lot of things that weren't in those first levels, which will come up later. But like, it's animated. There's also this for the that was a B-roll. This is Shoshinkai, which is pretty long. They go into... This is like where most of the demo stuff is from. But, the B-roll shows like some differences here and there. Dog shit gameplay. It's like you've never played a 3D video game before. Yeah, I think that's enough. Alright, now we end it. Goodbye.